Hey everybody, I hope you are doing well. Okay, let me get to the right video. Boom, here we go. So remember the movie Fences with the one and only Viola Davis and Denzel Washington. Interesting movie. So I picked this picture because talk about a heartfelt moment. This is story time, okay? As you can see, heartbroken and she's crying. Ladies, sometimes just keep a fence, keep a little self-guard, let's go ahead and get to it. So, this, of course, is not about picket fences or Viola Davis or Denzel Washington. But stop crying. Please stop crying. Here's what happened. So we have a couple here. Couple is married. The husband has a single friend, male, and the wife, of course, has a single girlfriend. Both are professional. The man is a business owner. The female, she's professional. She's educated. Both have no children. Yay! And they both sit and want the very same thing. So therefore, guess what happens? They hook them up. The husband gets the friend there to meet the female, and the wife gets the female there to meet the male, and they have dinner. And they seem to hit it off and want the very same thing. Okay, want to go somewhere in life. Seems like, hey, these two might link up. Things seem to be going quite well. They date for a couple of months. Okay, so a couple of months, you're having fun and you're still kind of learning each other. I do want to make sure that it's understood that it was not like, oh, this is a serious relationship where we're going toward marriage. Actually, it wasn't even confirmed, like, like committed. But it was like, hey, we're dating, we're seeing each other, we're learning each other. So that's where it was, okay? Just so we have an understanding. So, um, maybe 3.5 months in, guy kind of chills, he kind of falls back a little bit. Okay, kind of falls back. And it's like, hey, yeah, I haven't heard from him, anything going on. So wife was like, no, I don't know. Hey, I'm gonna invite him over and just kind of, just kind of see. Just kind of curious. As they said, girl code serves also guy code. So, the husband like, oh yeah, I'll invite him over. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. I'll invite him over. Just see what's going on. Just kind of, because this is what they do. They're friends. So the guy just kind of drip off a little bit. So when the husband invited the guy over, hey man, yeah, we'll just come out and kind of hang out with us. You know what I'm saying? You just want to stop by the house for a drink, what have you. Oh yeah, bop, 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 and all that kind of stuff. So guess what happened? The guy, keep in mind, he's kind of falling off from old girl, the one he was dating, but the man shows up, and guess what? He shows up with a whole new date at their house. Yes, he knows it's the wife's friend. Again, he shows up with a whole new date. Whole nother woman. Okay? Whole nother chick. And of course, it's going to get out like, hey, what's this about? So he shows up with a girlfriend, which, common sense, he already knows the wife is going to say, hey, girl, he showed up with this person, so he's gonna find out. And I said, maybe that's the reason why. But yeah, it's just like all of a sudden they were dating, it cooled down, and he just, I guess, ghosted her. That was it. So don't forget, they still don't want the same thing. Neither one of them has children. They're both educated. Now, he brings over the new girl. And of course, we're like, well, hey, well, so what's the new girl? How is she? Very quiet. As far as, like, is she, what's the background on her? What does she do for a living? Which is a common question. She works as a clerk. Okay, works as a clerk doing office work. Um, she has one child. Works as a clerk, does office work. And when you work for the county, this is not, not a top paying job, which a top paying job is not easy to come by when you're educated or not. It's just not easy to come by these days. So that job, people be checking the stuff and it's paying about maybe 40, 42, then minus the taxes. You understand what I'm saying? So a regular paycheck. And again, it's just hard to survive in America. So I was like, well, so what was, just kind of curious, so what was she like, and so we've been told, I really can't tell because she's real quiet. She's real quiet. It's like asking her a question, and this kind of told me all I needed to know. asking her a question about something. It's like, oh, okay, do you like what you do? Okay, so, all right, you have an ambition or maybe, any dreams to become a business owner, just common things. And it's not insulting. Again, people just asking, want to know about you. Maybe you're happy in your space, and that's fine. But in asking that question about her ambition, she didn't get the answer because Mr. Man jumped in and he answered for her. So I'm like, well, did you ever one-on-one talk to the girl alone? She's like, yeah, she was pretty much just real quiet and looking at him. And I'm like, okay, so she's the opposite of lady number one that you introduced her to. So that kind of told me just my perspective, all I needed to know. Because I remember speaking with this man, he was married, and I said, so how do you and your wife handle things? Someone had come up with some conversation, how to speak with people, and I'm like, both people need to be heard. And he said, yeah, we talk about things. We sure do. We talk about things and we make decisions together. It's both of us, both of us. I said, oh, okay. And so I delved a little deeper. I said, so what happens if after speaking with the both of you, you're communicating, you're not getting anywhere? So what do you all do? Do you just kind of, you're at an impasse. So do you just stop and just, maybe take a breather and, circle the wagon, come back to it later? That way, each of you've had a chance to consider her feelings, her perspective, and vice versa. She's had a chance to consider your feelings, your perspective, and then maybe come back and talk about it later. Because sometimes it gets that way. You just can't agree. So I'm like, it's what some people do. So keep in mind, it's like, oh yeah, we make decisions together, and he's all for the independent woman and blah, 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 blah. When I asked that question, what happens when they're at an impasse? He says, oh, well, then at that point, if we can't agree on anything, he said to me, he said, oh, then I make the final decision. I make the final decision. Oh, so it's not a we thing. It's okay. Because now you've changed up. You said you make the final decision. So she just has to go with it. Got you. Got you. I understand. So my point of bringing that up is when you're dating someone, as in the first couple, they're both professional. He's a business owner. She's educated, has an executive job. They're both doing well, children. When you're dating someone, you're getting to know each other. And so, just my opinion on it. Of course, now I'm not saying she was crying, but she was sort of like, he just ghosted me. Everything seems fine. Just know what happened. So my thing is, I'm willing to bet you what happened was you all got to know each other, and he already had a pretty good idea what you were about. Not saying it's anything bad, but somewhere along the lines, I think an untruth was told. He may have said the things that people want to hear. They want to be PC, all politically correct. You know what I'm saying? I want an independent woman and all that. Yeah, my homegirl did that. She was Miss Independent, and she picked up the dude that used to work clean up on aisle 8. And she brought him up. And guess what? When she started to do her own thing, which never really got off the ground, next thing you know, it caused all kind of problems. Oh, he became very just when he saw her to come up from a regular job to being independent, making decent money, all these problems started. They started having all these issues. He started calling her out of her name, and all of a sudden, her name started with the letter B, as in witch. And it's like, whoa. So it was common sense. She was going too far. He wasn't ready for that. She was accelerating, trying to bring him. He liked staying where he was in his lane, clean up on aisle 8. That's what he liked. When she even brought him up from that job, so you knew then she was always a step ahead. And I think that's what caused a marital problem. Some people like to stay where they are, and that's fine. There's no ambition. You can't try to pull them up. It'd be maybe problematic. So this case here, why he went ghost? Because he probably already saw, oh, she's independent. She wants to, there's something about you that maybe he could not manipulate. He may have really thought, hey, you know what? This kind of woman, she used to doing her thing. Deep down inside, he might want to be in control. And that is why I think he popped up with the other chick who made less money, less education. And it was like I said, I'm like, well, when you had over for dinner to the lady, the couple, I'm like, so what does she seem? She's like, can't really tell you anything. She seemed pretty much quiet. She seemed pretty much quiet, eating her food, pretty much quiet. Oh, then guess what? That's what he really likes. He didn't call her and say, hey, maybe we can just be friends. He just ghosted her. This is right here is what he really, really likes, in my opinion. He wants someone. If he's making around 200 a year and she's making around 42, you already know the balance, the dynamics. Listen, he's going to run the show. It's probably what he wants. This is an upgrade for her financially if he decides to take it seriously to the next level and support her. So that right there, oh, she, she's pretty much like the rest. Check the check. That tells me he wants to be in control. He wants to be the decision maker. That's why she's there. And I'm like, unless a person starts speaking, you can't really get to know him. Why should I hold it talking? No, no. She knows, in my opinion, have met her, but that makes me think that she knows what he wants, and this may be who she is, or she's playing that role. Why? This right here, this may be her come up. This may be her come up. So that right there, you don't waste time sitting up here, crying over spilled milk. You may be a little offended. Like I said, it's 3 months. So that right there, hey, rather find out now than wasting your time into 2 years. This right here, the chick he popped up with, that's common sense. He knows wife is going to go ahead and say, hey, girl, he showed up with a whole other chick over here. He knows that's going to happen, so he doesn't have to do it. And then he may look up, try to pop up and call you months later on. Hey, been so busy. Yeah, we know we're just dating and never a relationship. And I just kind of think about you, try to roll back, circle back. And I think not. Your time is up. TikTok, time is up. But yeah, but this right here, he's choosing that woman because that's what he really wants. He doesn't want to balance the scales. He might like being the one, oh yeah, I make more money. I'm going to lead things. Again, how is it a woman, somebody asks you a question and he's having an answer? That right there speaks volumes to me. Oh, he's answering the question. Oh, okay, you like what you do? You have any ambitions to maybe do anything else? Well, actually, she's a full-time mom, so that works out just fine for her. We're not asking you, Mr. Man. We're asking her, Miss Lady, over here. We're asking her the questions. So why did he choose her? Why did he stop dating this person, dating this woman? This one here has no children. She's professional, has an education. You have to understand he's a man. He knows what he's looking for. And sometimes people say certain things is not exactly what they mean. Again, he's making almost like 5 times as much as she does. So you really think the dynamics are going to go ahead and go in the favor, or you're going to have a lot of say so? No, when men, honey, I can tell you no. Go date one when you got your $80,000 career and let him be worth a couple of $1,000,000. The dynamics are going to be different. I'm just going to tell you the truth. I'm not, girl, it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a lot of different. And when he's the one that holds all the cards, he's the one that's paying all the bills, he's the one that's giving you your allowance, you're going to see what I mean. Now, once you get your little stuff together, as in some people, they may say, they may change up later on. But yeah, the dynamics, the one that's paying is the one that's saying, especially when it comes to men. So that right there, why would he choose this person? No, no, no. It's not about the education and the income. This right here, the dynamics, the balance of power. That right there, he may like an imbalance. That's why she's sitting up there, I mean, is it a battery in your back? Maybe she doesn't want to say the wrong thing. That's why he made the move that he made. If they get together, his relationship, oh yeah, he can more than likely control things. Why? An imbalance of power. And being a single mom too and struggling check to check, he knows what he wants. So he may have said one thing, oh, I want this, I want that, and she's that. So in the dating, he probably saw, you know what? You'd be surprised. And, it is what it is. But if it wasn't a personality conflict, my thing is it's an imbalance conflict. Some women, you can still have a man like that. They've got their own thing going. They're going to state their opinion. They're not going to go ahead and hold down their success. It's your world's not going to revolve around them. Oh, she may want to go to school. Hey, guess what? She's doing great. Now she's got this business here. She may want to have her own. She may decide to leave corporate America and get her own business, different things. Maybe her money is banking in the stock market. Good for her. Maybe she got QQQ when it was 298. Oh my gosh, is what five? It went to 531, closed around 519. That last I checked on Friday. You see what I'm saying? Maybe she put a bunch of money into that. So why did he make that decision? Because that's what he wants. He chose someone that may be not as educated, and is I'm not putting down a woman at all. He chose someone maybe less accomplished. He chose someone that's a lot further down on the financial spectrum compared to lady number one. Why? The dynamics of the relationship. A totally different person, different income, different experience, a total different outcome. So that I think he wanted someone he, more than likely can control. That's my opinion. And I'm not saying, oh, because she has that. No, the personality. When you at the job up with the personality, someone asking you a question, he has to answer. She can answer for herself. She's a grown woman. She's but by what in her 30s, she can answer for herself. I'm sure she can. But he jumps in. It's the control thing. It's the control thing. It's like Sweet Tea on the reality show Married to Medicine. There's a difference between she and Qua. They have different experiences, a big difference. Financially, it's a big difference. Qua's been on the show. There was a big difference. What I do see, I think Sweet Tea is coming into her own. Good luck with them having a child. But I do see her coming into her own. She may have had a moment where maybe she kind of popped off a little bit. But you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing with her, with Sweet Tea, is guess what? She's not popping off like she did with Dr. Jackie, getting out. She's not doing all of that. She's calmed that down. Why? She's adapting to a different environment. And I want to bet you a dime to a dollar. Sweet Tea gonna make it work for her. Oh, yes. I'm willing to bet you a dime to a dollar. He may be on top because he's older. She's upgraded her life, I think, by his status alone on that show, a second income. But I'm willing to bet you, like I said, I noticed a difference in her presentation, interacting with the ladies. And good luck, darling. People saying, oh, maybe he married now. They're two different people. She and Quad are two different people. Quad's already established. I think Sweet Tea gonna follow in the footsteps. Why did he find somebody just like Quad again? People know what they want, how they want the relationships to work out, balance or imbalance, the dynamics. Maybe someone they can pretty much groom more toward their way. So yeah, so you have the one, miseducated. She's got the, making real nice money, independent. She's, traveled a whole lot, but he picks someone who's the exact opposite. Why? He knows what he wants. In a relationship, it's hard to have both people being a superstar. It's hard to have two stars, and can be kind of hard. So that's why I think he chose he did what he did. He don't want, maybe she was too independent, or maybe I can't mold her my way. Like I said, the married guy, what did he say? Oh yeah, we both make decisions. We both make decisions. We both make decisions. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. So what happens when it comes to a point where you just can't agree on something? Oh, well then I'm making the final decision. Oh, okay. So there is no we both making the decisions. You want her to think that you all do, but you already know in the end you've made it clear to me that in the end you have the final say. And that's what a lot of men want. And in my opinion, that is why girls don't cry, but that's why they do what they do. They want to have the final say they're going to. And if you're independent, have your own resources, he can't just boss you around because see, you've got options. You have your own finances. He can walk out that door and you're going to be fine. You still gonna have a place to lay your head. Yeah. So that there, he made that decision. The dynamics, what he wants in a relationship, long term, whatever, short term, whatever the deal is. The one that's independent, more educated, and makes more money, he sees himself, I think, can probably be more in control of someone. Like I said, it's like, my gosh, girl, you couldn't put any information out the shit. What kind of, she hardly spoke. It makes me wonder too, did he tell her to watch what you say or don't say to me? I mean, dang, I'm like, who goes to someone's house for dinner? Especially the wives, you want to, they're hosting it, you want to be friendly and talk about yourself. Oh yeah, my mama, this here is, girl, what they said, not why is you on mute? Does he have you on mute? What's up? No, my opinion, again, she can answer for herself, but no, it's about control. I think she wants to be in control. So, ladies, when these things happen to you, don't sit up here wasting your time. Well, why did he? But I'm more than the dynamics of the relationship. I say, hey, thank you. Don't waste your time. Move on to the next. Keep on living you. Life revolves around you. If you have kids, you and your kids, it needs to revolve around you. Because a lot of women today are sitting up here having a hard time, need help financially. Been a man somewhere while they got kids to show for. They got a beautiful care package on feet, but where is he? And then you look up, oh, I stifled my life, put myself on hold to have his children, to give him what he wants. And when things get hard, where are they? So life revolves around you. You get ghosted. Yo, see, that's okay. It happens and move on. Guess what? Better now than later, because there could be more drama down the line. People sometimes they can pretend to be what they want you to think they are. And then next thing you know, you settle down, you're like, well, who the hell is this? That's the one you just got married to. But when we did, that's the one you just got married to. But that's the one you got married to. Like my homegirl. Oh, he wants somebody independent, and that's who she was. She pulled him up. It was a problem, and she then tried to pull herself up. Even in her career, she made more money than he did. Man, it was like 3 times as much. Are you kidding me? Always a problem. So that right there, I say, hey, thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah. Sometimes the rejection is your protection because you don't want to get even one of these characters who thinks, oh yeah, I can change her, I can break her down, and then when he can't, it's pop, 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 boop, boop, child somebody in the ground. Okay. So yeah, that right there, I think is why he made the decision that he made. Let me know what you all think. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Ladies, do not forget, please. Okay, you are the CEO, the CFO, and the COO of your life. You are the CEO, the Chief Executive Officer of your life and your body. You are the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer of your life and your body. You are the COO, the Chief Operating Officer. You are a boss. Better operate like one, and I'm out.